Have you ever thought what's going on here? Maybe the world is just kind of a giant battle. A giant battle between the two main characters, love and fear. First of all, why is this battle going on? What is the point of it? Is it just to play? Is it to experience? Is it to win? Is there a way actually to win? If the world really is a giant battle between love and fear, who is right? I would love to think, interesting. I would love to think that love wins in the end. If you kind of hear these cliche, these fairy tale endings that, love always wins, love always defeats fear, that's kind of a common theme that goes throughout many of our modern stories, even throughout history, throughout stories and movies and TV shows. And it's something that we truly believe in as a culture. Does it have truth to it? I think it does because it really seems as though the universe evolves towards love. The universe evolves towards getting better and better. And it seems like, I don't want to say that fear isn't real, but it seems that fear at least is an illusion. Fear is something that we're creating in our minds. Fear might just be the absence of love. I like that perspective because if fear is the absence of love, that means that fear and love cannot exist at the same time. Fear and love cannot coexist. And I guess that's why there's this big battle between the dark and the light, the love and the fear. Which one will win? Well, if you believe as I do, I believe that love is infinitely times stronger than fear. And the only way, I guess this is really where the video is going to go, where this manifests in society. Love and fear, we can have a lot of different synonyms that will match up and kind of how they manifest in society. So one way is spirit and ego. Spirit is love-based, ego is fear-based. Society is kind of a tug of war between spirit and ego. Ego, at the moment, currently runs most of our society. Ego is based on I. Ego is based on selfishness. Ego is based on destruction. Ego is based on war. Again, these are all fear-based. Ego is based on destroying the environment. Ego is based on dividing people and separating people based on, egoic things such as race and skin color and wealth. Spirit, on the other hand, is unifying. Spirit is love. Spirit unites people together. Why is this going on? Why is this going on? Is it for love to learn more about itself, so it introduces kind of an antagonist, which is fear? And also another thing about this is that most of the people who are acting out of fear don't really understand what they're doing. They don't really understand. And that's why you can't blame these people. You can't blame these people. I mean, I guess you could, but there's no reason to blame these people. You need to try to understand them a little more, why they do what they do. And they do what they do mostly because of ignorance. We call people evil when they do something selfish. But what if they just don't know better? What if we haven't done a good job of teaching them? Society hasn't done a good job of teaching them. And it seems that most of the things that we talk about as evil are really just ignorance or unconsciousness. Now, if somebody is completely conscious, very tapped in, I'm not sure that they could do something that's evil. Because again, if they're completely conscious, they're basically in this state of infinite love where fear can't exist. Could love really do something that's that evil? I don't know. This is getting very deep. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the point of this is, but if love is really battling fear, if fear is really battling love, it kind of seems like fear is the one that would want to fight, and love just lets it go because love kind of thinks about it as a little sad kid who's really powerless and defenseless and just wants to gain power. That's another interesting point, is that love doesn't care about power, but fear, the only thing that fear can thrive on and survive on is power. Love wants to inform other people. Love wants to educate. Love wants there to be knowledge and infinite understanding. Fear wants there to be ignorance. Fear doesn't want people to learn. Fear doesn't want people to understand. So I used to be mad when I found out all of this stuff, or when I started, reading more books and and realizing, like, why didn't I learn any of this stuff in school? And I thought there was just some, big conspiracy at play. But then I realized it's just like people are ignorant. Maybe a couple people know, but as a society, the people who climb to the top of the status pyramid aren't the people that know the most truth. They aren't the people that are the most loving. The people who climb to the top of the society status pyramid, whether it's in politics, the government, business, these people do it because they're very fear-based, they're fear-driven, they're ego-driven, and they want to have power over other people. The people that are the most conscious, if you think about these gurus and these yogis, they don't try to be on TV. They don't try to have power over other people. They don't tell other people what to do or what other people to think. They just say what's coming out of their heart, and they always have loving intentions behind it. It seems like the complete opposite of our society is these billionaires and these kind of greedy politicians that everything they do is fear-based. And not only that, is that they try to inspire fear in their followers. Oof. Wow. I really like looking at it from this systemic perspective, because it's not really useful in calling out specific people and saying that these people are bad, because if you look at pretty much most governments and most businesses, just especially, let's just look at it in America. Most businesses in America, say what you want, they're fear-driven, they're ego-driven. They're not really trying to help people. They have selfish intents, which is to help their shareholders profit. That's literally their definition. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. Their definition, by them existing, is to make as much profit as possible. That's a result of the system that we're in. Sure, we helped to create that system, but now the system kind of controls us. We don't so much control the system as it controls us. I'm really rambling on this one.